Hello, hello, hello. I am very excited to see you guys today. I'm Chris Brady. I know that most of you know me if you're watching this video, and I am excited today because I have finally made the adjustments that I've needed to do to get my Create the Calm course to go online. And today is the day that you get to decide if this program is right for you and your child. So I've been doing some free trainings on Facebook over, really the last few months, but more recently in the last couple of days as well. I've been really, making sure that people are aware about the relationship, the very direct relationship between emotions and learning. And this is so important for our children who have learning differences to understand, and for the parents to understand, because our kids are 4 times more likely to struggle with emotions due to sensory sensitivities and just a general sense of overwhelm, and to also have difficulties with self-esteem because of their learning challenges. And these are things that do not just stop at childhood, right? They follow them into their teenage years and well into adulthood. And we know this, because we also see that there's a major correlation between anxiety and depression and someone who has been diagnosed with a learning disability early in their childhood. And so we want to understand that learning isn't just about, you can and you can't. There's so much more to learning, both internally and externally in the environment, that, really play a part in how we're able to receive information, process information, retain it, and then retrieve it. And a major part of that is our ability to regulate our emotions first. But then we also have to go in and pinpoint those, really exact challenges that our kids are having so that we can create the best plan of action. And, it's learning isn't about what is difficult. A lot of kids will say, well, I'm not good in math, or I'm not great at reading or writing. It's not about the what, it's about the how. And so many of us went through the education system not understanding how we learn. There's a, kind of standard template for teaching methodology, and that's just how you are told to learn. And if you can't learn that way, then you're told you can't learn, right? Then you're not good at math and you're not good in reading. But it's often because the how was missing. And then the emotions became very intense, and then nothing was able to get in. And so we want to understand these different processes. And if your child comes home with bad grades and you know that your child is actually really smart, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of children with learning disabilities or learning differences come home with really bad grades, but they're highly intelligent kids. And so that's where we're kind of seeing this discrepancy that doesn't make sense, right? And that's when we know this is no longer about what they're learning. This is about how they're learning. How does their brain work, and how can we go around this education system that, doesn't really quite get all of our children yet? So in Create the Calm, we do this exactly. We go step by step through all the emotional stuff, the sensory sensitivities and stimulation, and we dig deep into those real struggles of learning. And once we uncover them, that's when the real magic happens. Your child starts to feel confidence, maybe for the first time ever. They're going to enjoy learning. They're going to understand that they have never been the problem, and that the way they've been taught to learn has been the problem. And of course, there's the benefits to you. You're not going to just watch your child become more confident. You're going to become more confident in your parenting. Your confidence grows because you start to understand where their behaviors have been coming from, where their difficulties have been coming from, why all the fights have been there every day. And when you develop this understanding, you develop a whole new world of connection with your child. So you're able, to really kind of heal those fights because they didn't need to be happening. We didn't need to be fighting about all of those things. So your wish for more patience, it won't be there because you'll already have more time spent with, with your child, not fighting your child. And of course, this is a 4-week course. And so some people I know have already questioned me. So what happens when that course is done? When I don't have the strategies, I don't have you anymore. That's the beauty of this. And I know this because not only have I used this with hundreds of parents, I've developed programs all over the world with this system in mind. But I've also used it on my own kids, on my own family. And you're making these incredible changes in only 3 minutes a day when you start out. That's it, 3 minutes a day. Okay, so there's no overwhelming time restrictions or anything else that you need to put into place here. We're starting out with 3 minutes a day. And the change is so massive that you're going to want more. And when you start, this is the type of approach where we're not just, bringing in this course and you're going to learn it and we're going to test you and then you forget it. No, I don't believe in courses like that. This is a course that develops habits. So these are things that you're going to be doing every single day. And the habit is going to be so life altering for you. It's going to give you that dopamine that your body craves, right? That your brain craves. And so in increasing that dopamine, it's going to make you want to continue on with the habit. And that's the kind of course this is. So once you've created those habits over the 4 weeks, you're set. You're already going to have them in place. And that's the beauty of it. It's kind of like riding a bike. You just will always be able to come back to it. So this, I said, this course it's a 4-week course. There is going to be some homework because we want to be able to develop those habits. But again, like I said, we're starting with 3 minutes a day, literally. Okay, so these aren't major changes. These are things that are going to help you in so many aspects of your life. You're going to start seeing, yes, changes in your child, but you're going to start noticing changes in yourself very quickly. And that's where you're going to be reinforced every day. And so you're probably wondering, okay, so this is 4 weeks and you're getting basically a mix of 2 courses. So typically I do a mindful parenting course with parents. Okay, so I take them through different strategies of how to kind of see the world through your child's eyes. And then I also do a learning strategies course with students, and I teach them about how their brain works. What are the best strategies for them for learning, for studying, for homework, for retrieval of information during test time? So you're kind of getting the best, you are getting the best of both worlds. I'm putting these 2 together because I'm going to be working with the parent in order to get to the child. So these are going to benefit the entire family. So you're getting a lot of information here. So typically, I know you would normally go see a learning strategist for about $100 an hour. You're going to get a minimum of 10 hours of time with me. So that's, around $1,000 that you would normally pay. And then you would also, for the mindfulness side, A mindfulness course would cost you $1,000. It's typically 6 to 8 weeks, depending on where you go. And you go through, you go through the process of going to see them a couple hours a week. And that, again, is $1,000. So that's $2,000 minimum that you would be spending, depending on where you are. And so I know that some of you are price conscientious, and I know that I am too. And so that's why I've decided to offer this program for $397. That is a heck of a deal, and I know that. But I want to do this. I want to offer this at this time because I'm putting the two together, and I think this is going to be the best approach possible to help the entire family. But also for many of you seeing this, you were my first members. When I brought all of this stuff online, after over 15 years of doing this in schools, bringing this online was a whole other world. And so many of you signed on right away. And I want to thank you for that. And so I want to, make sure that this is accessible to everyone who really needs it. So this is, I want to tell you some of the stuff that you'll be getting in the course. So over these 4 weeks, you will be meeting with me online, obviously, because that's the whole world right now. But you're going to get the full Create the Calm program, which is now a mixture of the two. So the mindful parenting and the learning how your child learns. Okay, so these are really key components that you will not get in any other course. So each week will include contents from mindful parenting and also from how the brain learns. So in mindful parenting, we're going to be discussing emotional regulation, sensory sensitivities, and how to integrate all of that into our lives in only 3 minutes a day. So we start to develop that into our parenting, okay? So in how our brains learn in that portion each week, I'm going to be taking you step by step through very proven, scientifically proven strategies that will allow you to start seeing your child's perspective and where they are struggling. And you're going to see this in a whole new light. Okay, I have yet to work with a parent who hasn't been in awe of how much this has changed their perspective, not just of their child, but of the world. Okay, this is really going to shift things for you. So you're going to start to understand how he learns, how to better communicate what you need from him. Okay, so even if it's cleaning his room, doing his homework, whatever it is. The next thing that you're going to get is I'm calling it right now the 2-minute parenting journal. And so I put together a bunch of different mindful activities and journal prompts, okay? And these are very specific. I've created them personally from the perspective of a parent who has 2 children who struggle to learn in the traditional setting. And so this journal is not going to be like anything else you've seen because the prompts and the language are going to take you on a journey through this parenting process of really learning about this new connection with your child. The next part is obviously you're going to get my support each week. Not only will I be there to take you through the step-by-step process, but I'm going to be checking in to see, how you're doing with things, to see if you have any questions, because you're going to, and you need that support system. And I understand that. And that's basically my purpose in life, is to help support you in taking you through this for your kids. The next thing I thought, this is almost really kind of a bonus. So we're always thinking about next steps for our kids. We're thinking about college or university or workplace or even just getting into high school, and how are they going to transition? How are they going to deal with all of that? Because I've been developing transition programs for the military, for different colleges, this is a key component of what I do and what I think is so crucial to understanding as a parent and the emotions that are involved in that. So we're going to take you through a step-by-step plan of what kind of is the next steps for your child and how to go about transitioning them into that successfully. And then the last thing is the Create the Calm workbook. So this is just a slew of different kind of how-tos and trackers for sleep and behavior so that we can really start to create goals and the actions needed to take your family from, frustrated and overwhelmed right now to completely confident and calm. So this is, again, I'm very excited to be opening this up directly to you guys first. This has been a long time in the process of going online with this and being able to reach more people and help more families, because that's what I've been wanting to do for almost 2 decades now. And I'm finally getting to do that with you guys. And I feel very, very honored for this opportunity. And I want to just make sure that, if you have any questions, please, you know how to get in touch with me. You can email me. You can find me on Facebook or in the group. You can, ask in the chat. But that's the offer that is going out today. Now, again, I've told you this, I want this to be very intimate because this is going to be a very detailed approach. You are going to get very detailed information and strategies for your child. So this will be open for a limited time, and this will be offered to only a very limited group of people because that's just how I approach things. And I think that's right now, I think that's what parents really need is a very detailed approach to what they need specifically in their parenting for themselves and in the learning for their children. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'm sorry that was a bit longer, that I really wanted to make sure that you understood everything that was on offer right now. So I will be seeing you again soon, and I'm going to, if you want to, just click on the bottom. There's a button below if you're interested in in just immediately buying into it now. I would highly encourage it because I know this is going to fill up. But if you're on the fence, please just ask some questions and, see what's really entailed in this. And I will be seeing you guys again soon. Okay, thanks. Bye. I didn't know how